so if stuff gets somewhere back in here, it's probably going to smell me, but the bedding where they come from is all right out in front of me, and they're going to come this way, hopefully. Got about 2 hours to hunt. Yeah, I know last time I checked trail camps here, there really wasn't a ton of really big active bucks, but there's just a lot of does and small bucks that are hanging around here, so hopefully something big moved in, but I'm not sure. Wow, that's that like kind of tannish colored buck deer, I'm pretty sure. That deer looks a lot lighter than it should be. I got trail cam pictures of a deer like that. It might be that one. 2 years ago, a lot of pictures of it. There was a small buck and another deer over there too, just a little bit earlier, but I couldn't get the camera out fast enough. They might be working their way back this way too. She keeps looking back because there's a little buck, probably 2.5-year-old or something, following her. I saw him behind her a ways, like I said, 5-10 minutes ago already. Hopefully he walks through the same spot and get a little footage. That's just all grass and goldenrod, just a grown-up grassy, weedy field over there. Here comes the buck. Oh, that's a nice buck. I know exactly what buck that is. Oh my god, that's the biggest buck I have pictures of. I should probably take my crap down and try and get in front of him. Oh, shoot. There's another one. Yeah, that's the one I saw. That's like that 2.5-year-old. But the other one was a freaking giant. Where the heck did he go? Yeah, that little doe's in heat right now. Oh my god, there's 3 bucks. There's 2 small ones right there. Yeah, it's like a spike. There's 2 bucks right there. One's a spike, one's like a little 8-pointer. Where the frick did that big one go? Right there. Take my crap down as fast as I can. Once he gets out of sight here, they're heading to a really big field out there. Alright, so I ran over here. I'm in the other stand right now. The wind is blowing right there where they're possibly coming from. So I don't know if I'm going to see anything. I'm probably set up 200 to 300 yards from where I last seen the big buck heading this way, so either they already moved through here, which I doubt it. I just took my stand out as fast as I could, just literally sprinted over here, so hopefully sprinted across the big field and then just got in right here in this permanent stand. Alright, I sat till dark and nothing came out. My wind was blowing pretty much right at where they were coming from, which was kind of stupid. I think moving was still the right decision because they were literally 300 yards away or so, kind of heading away from me. So there was really no point for me to stay where I was, because that was the biggest buck I had pictures of all fall. It's good to see that he made it through. I'm glad I saw him, which was cool. Got some good footage, but I mean, moving was the right decision, because I highly doubt anything else a shooter would have ended up coming out. I don't know where they ended up. They probably moved through by the time I got over to where I set up, but the wind blowing kind of where they were coming from wasn't good either. They probably just ended up going up towards the hill more. I don't know if I would have even seen them if I was sitting in the other stand the whole time. So yeah, just cool to see that big buck made it through. Yeah, hopefully I can get another encounter with him this year. Well, here we are, December 14th. We got a bunch of snow over the weekend, probably like 4 to 6 inches. Anyways, set up here in my portable stand. It would have been middle of last week, I think Wednesday, I saw the biggest buck I had pictures of all fall here on this property, following a doe, and following that big buck was 2 other small bucks. All 3 of those bucks were on a hot doe coming this way in the evening, except I was way over on the other side. They were basically going away from me, but now I'm set up on this side. I couldn't hunt this weekend because it was the 4-day doe only hunt. You can't even shoot a buck with a bow. So that was almost a week ago now, so I doubt there's any hot does in the area, but who knows. The wind really isn't perfect. It's kind of blowing like this. I expect them to come from that way. This is the coldest day. Well, there's deer out there right now. This is the coldest day we had. That's a buck. It's about like 300 yards. Looks like a good 2-year-old. Maybe a year and a half. When I was walking through the ag field to get back here, I could tell there was already deer in this grassy area, kind of where that buck is right now. I wanted to be set up on the edge, but they were already moving. It's a nice little buck. But as I was saying, this is the coldest day for daytime highs we've had all year long. It's only about 25 degrees right now. Tomorrow morning it's supposed to be like 10 or 11. It's crazy cold. Just saw like 4 coyotes walk by in front of me at about 70 yards or so, right along the field edge. I didn't get any video of them because I left the camera on the camera arm just in case they got close and I could maybe get a shot, but they didn't really. They were too thick of stuff. Those deer are probably 200 to 300 yards away. On the other side of the or something. Another buck. It's hard to tell. I think that's a different one than the first one I saw. That one looks a little smaller. So far, that's like, there's 5 does out there in that field. Saw 2 bucks go through already, like this. And then when I first got here, there was a big one, or a 2.5-year-old that went in like that. So it's 8 deer already. And those 4 coyotes that zipped up along the edge here. And I just couldn't shoot them through that thick crap. They're like 40 yards and they walked off. I really don't think coyotes spook deer as bad as people think. Because, like right now, that deer would have to be wounded or just really small for a coyote to even take it down. I just don't know. Because I literally just saw those coyotes come from there and I've just seen deer in this field like crazy. I know there's tons of coyote dens on this hill here. And this is like an awesome area to deer hunt, so I don't really think they get spooked by the coyotes too bad. I think human scent spooks deer and coyotes way more than